Hi everyone, my tech tip this week has to do with Excel and sorting. So on the left hand side I have directions, and I will be showing what the directions look like on the right hand side. So the first thing I'm going to show you is auto fit. So on the right hand side of the screen you see when I wrote these two items, collaboration and leadership, it looks like they're too large for column A and they're sort of spilling over into column B. So to make them look nice and neat and fit into the column, what you do is you take your mouse, and now my mouse takes on different functions depending on where I'm moving it around. So if I put my mouse right between columns A and B, it looks like a crosshair, and if I double click, it will expand my column depending on how large I need it to be. I'm going to undo and just show you another trick. If you have lots of these in many different columns, you can click on this button here, right in the corner, and highlight your whole entire spreadsheet, and then go to the line between any of the columns and double click, and it will fix your whole spreadsheet so that auto fit is happening in every column. The next thing I'd like to show you is concatenate. And what you do here is when you have items in 2 or more cells and you want them to be in just one cell. So I have column A has information, has names, column B has names, but I'd like them to be in one cell instead of 2. So what I do is I click on the cell where I want them to end up, and I type my formula there. Here's my formula. My formula is in Excel. I always start out with equals. So I type equals and then the word concatenate, parentheses. I click on my first cell, and you can see it filled in A1, a comma, and then my second cell, B1, and then I close the parentheses and press enter. And now I will do my auto fit again. Instead of having Kelly Betroni, I have Kelly Betroni. Now sometimes I don't want my name to be written like that. I want it to have a space in between. So this is how it would. In order for my name to have a space in between, I will type in equals concatenate parentheses. So same thing so far. I'm going to click on cell A1, comma, and then I'm going to do a parentheses with a space and then another parentheses. That's going to represent the space in between my names. Another comma, and then cell B1, close parentheses, and then enter. Now I have Kelly and Betroni. Now if I want to do this for everything in column A and B, all I have to do is click on my result. There's a little square. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to pull it down, and then it's going to do the same thing for every item in that column. Do the same thing here. All right, and there's concatenate. Now the next thing I'm going to show you, text to columns, is sort of the opposite of concatenate. If I have my name together and I would like to split it into 2 separate columns, I'm going to show you how to do that. So what I do is I click on my column that has my items in it. I'm going to go up to my data tab in my ribbon, and then I'm going to click on text to columns. By default it's going to say delimited. That's what I'd like to leave it as. Click next, and then I want to tell it to split it where they see a space. So this is a preview what it's going to look like. So this is going to be in one column and this is going to be in another column. And click next and finish. And then I can even auto fit. So now instead of having my name in one cell, I have it split by column A and column B. The last thing I'd like to show you is sorting. And if I have a class list, or if I have a data sheet on students, for example, in this case I have West Wing characters, and I would like to split them sort them first by which class they're in and then by their last name. I'm going to show you how to do that. What you do is you take your mouse and you highlight columns A, B, and C. I am under Data still, and I'm going to click on Sort. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is sort by column C, which is the class. Sort on values A to Z means it's going to sort it alphabetically. Then I'm going to add a level, so after it sorts by the class, I want to say then sort by last name, A to Z, alphabetically. I'll click OK, and then now I have sorted by first English, Math, Science, and Spanish, and then you'll see that it's sorted by the last name. And you don't have to worry because it leaves the first name with the last name. It does not split up any of these items. All right, so there are a few of your Excel tips for this week.